Good morning. Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Hey, we made it till the middle of the week, right? So, good morning. Wake up, get in here, and let's have ourselves a beautiful day.
So you're in a hurry? Well, you better calm down. We're all friends around you, just join the fun. 'Cause if you're in a hurry, you're missing the point. Should enjoy the fruits of life instead of chasing coins. Because it's a beautiful day.
Morning. It's more beautiful with you in it.
Isn't all? So come on, let's play. Forget the rush you're in and find a good spot. Sit down and join us as we sing a good song. Keep back, relax, and just follow along. Oh, we got plenty of time. Taking it easy won't cost you a dime. Throw another log onto the fire. Because it's a beautiful day. And come on, let's play.
Good morning. Okay, I'm obviously not awake yet. We're not chanting. We're saying good morning to each other. So come on in and let's do just that.
So you're in a hurry? Well, you better calm down. We're all friends around you, just join the fun. 'Cause if you're in a hurry, you're missing the point. Should enjoy the fruits of life instead of chasing coins. Because it's a beautiful day. Isn't all? So come on, let's play. Forget the rush you're in and find a good spot. Sit down and join us as we sing a good song. Keep back, relax, and just follow along. Oh, we got plenty of time. Taking it easy won't cost you a dime. Throw another log onto the fire. Because it's a beautiful day. And come on, let's play.
Okay, Alexa, you can stop playing it now. She decided we needed to hear it twice, and that's okay because we got more people jumping in. Good morning, good morning. Stacy, hi, darling, how are you doing? So happy you're here. Rosalind, good vibes, good morning. And Auntie Jean, your mockingbird is out there mocking away. Well, that's okay because you're a great person to mock. You got wonderful energy. So I'm glad that mockingbird chose you. Catherine Kovacs, good morning. Jennifer Langren, hello. Joanne, my dear friend, good morning to you. I'm telling you, man, these allergies got to go. Yeah, we were outside yesterday and we were out where there was a lot of plants and trees, walking around the beautiful Broadmoor here in Colorado. If you've never experienced that or don't know anything about it, it is absolutely amazing. But yes, there were lots of blooms everywhere, all different colors and types. So I think it got to me. Woke up with my eyes watery and my nose runny and sneezing, but I know it's just allergies, so I'm not concerned. And I can't really take anything because I'm going to be driving today. So I'm just dealing with it. Pachetta, good morning, sweetheart. I'm so glad you're here. Annie Seven, good morning. And Deirdre, good morning. Kathy Hand, there you are. All right, let's do our heart brain. Let's just go right to that place where we know who we are and we connect in those two beautiful, amazing places inside of us, our brain and our heart, bringing that energy into coherence with the breath. So touching the heart center, that brings your focus to your heart, and then slow down the breathing. Good morning, Marietta. And then add in the love, adding compassion, care, whatever it takes to bring you to that really good feeling place. We need the feel goods this morning. So let's all go there for just a minute. Just take this time as a gift to you and communicate. And communication, a lot of times, is listening. So as you go in and you share your warmth and you share what makes you happy inside, then listen to your heart. Listen as your brain and your heart hold a conversation. What are they saying? What is your story today? And just bring that story forward for all of us to hear. Let's bring the conversation to the outside. And we do that through our I Am Affirmations. I am enough. I am worthy. I am healthy. I am happy. I am filled with gratitude for this day. I am honored to be a member of this family. I am light. I am love. I am peace. Thank you. Thank you for being here. There's our Blue. Good morning. Good morning. And Stacy says, I love Colorado. I'm allergic to Florida today. It's been unusually chilly. Went to the beach with my cousins and had goosebumps on goosebumps. Yeah, that beach can be quite chilly in the morning time. But I'm glad that you had some beach time there with your cousins. Oh, Prachetta, we lift you and Prachir up every day. And this is our prayer day. Wednesdays, we share all of the prayers on the list so everyone can see who we're praying for every day. And I'll be doing that in a little bit. We've got time to just check in with each other right now. That's what we're doing on this Wow Wednesday. Just doing a check-in. See what your I am story is. See what's going on with you in your world and what you want to share with us. Good morning, Blue. Blue, thank you for the picture of Dolly yesterday. Love that sweet horse, and I can't wait to just be there in Dolly's presence. Marietta says, I am the glory of our divine source, manifesting loving perfection here on earth, and I am eternally grateful. Yes, yes. Deirdre, I am rising like the sun. Yes, you are such a bright light. Thank you, Deirdre, for being such an inspiration to all of us. We appreciate you more than you know. Prachetta, I am happy and I am protected. I am thankful for this wonderful family. I am relaxed. I am peace. Thank you for being a P for peace. Rick Morrow, good morning to you on YouTube. Thank you for being with us. Okay, Deirdre, I'll wait for you to get back before I read Kuan Yin. How's that? And I've already pulled the card, but I haven't read it. So I know she's just going to confirm what's going on in our lives right now. She always does. So go get that laundry and get back in here. So how's everybody doing? What's going on so far this week in your world? I've been here in Colorado Springs for a few days, and what an amazing place, full of beauty, full of just wonderful people that are nice, that just are kind and hold doors open and just want that energy to be shared, the energy of kindness, the energy that says, I see you, I acknowledge you. And that's what kindness is all about, isn't it? When you're kind to somebody, you want them to know that it's just coming from pure love. There's no agenda when you hold a door open for somebody. It's just an act that says, I see you. And how many of us in our life have not been seen? Anybody else besides me? Anybody that felt like you were that kid in the corner hiding and nobody saw you, nobody heard you, nobody understood you? So many times we go to that place, don't we? We go back to being that kid that can't get the voice heard, that nobody seems to pay any attention to. But when we do an act of kindness, or when somebody does an act of kindness for us, wow, how does that feel? How does it feel to have somebody gift you with their attention? Maybe they gift you with a cup of coffee. Maybe they just say hello and smile. In the blog last night, I was led to use my favorite quote by Paramahansa Yogananda. And let me just read that quote. Maybe. Quote is, and I'm reading it because I want to get it right and not do it from memory. Let my soul smile through my heart, and my heart smile through my eyes, that I may scatter rich smiles in sad hearts. And I love that quote so much because one of the things that really touches me is when somebody looks me in the eye and genuinely smiles, not one of those fake smiles. Anybody can do that. But when somebody smiles at you and you know that that's a genuine, come from the heart smile, not wanting anything in return, just giving, those are precious moments. So how does it make you feel? That's the question this morning. How do you feel when someone shows you an act of kindness? When somebody just gifts you that and not asking them anything from you, just to be there in your presence, just to acknowledge you. So let's see what you think. Kathy Hand says, I am steadfast. I am breaking through the clouds of negative vibes like a brilliant ray of the sun. I am love and I am peace. And Auntie Jean, you're asking about Rick Ulfick, who is the he's the creator of We the World. Rick has been through a really tough time. He's been in the hospital for a few months now, in and out, and he, I believe, is still in the hospital at this moment. But I spoke with Karen Palmer yesterday, and she had talked with him on the phone, and she said he sounded good, he sounded strong, and he's thinking positive. He knows the power of thinking that everything is working perfectly. He knows that he's in control right now of turning this around health-wise, because we heal from the inside. So thank you for asking for Rick. He still needs our prayers. Let's send our love to him big time, but he is thinking and acting as though he's going to beat this. And I believe he can. I believe he can turn that around, and he knows how much he's loved. We all send him messages of love every day. Leo, thank you for being here. And thank you, Jean, for asking about Rick. He's very dear to me. And yes, I just want to hold him in high regard and just keep sending love to him. Catherine, you can't see the comments. Maybe go out and come back in. We'll see. See if you can see the comments if you do that. Leo, I'm so glad you're here. And Stacy said, my childhood, I was never heard, but now I am. Absolutely. This is the place. When you come in here, you are seen and you are heard. And thank you. I want to always do that. I want to always acknowledge those of you who gather every morning. And Blue is loving on our Leo. Waggle butt and slurpy face to you from your biggest fan. Good morning, Pocky and Baby Gruff. I know that they're excited when they hear Leo's name. Jennifer says, I am grateful. I'm grateful you're here, Jen. And Stacy said, when somebody does an act of kindness, is what we were talking about, it makes me feel happy and blessed. Yes, yes. Good morning, Oksana. And Kathy, I really believe Bob needs to hear, see, and understand our son, Colin. We all need to do that with each other, Kathy. And, I was asking the angels last night if it makes a difference. That's what the blog was all about. Does it make a difference if we show an act of kindness? If we smile, like Yogananda says, to let that smile go out into the world. And the angels were very different last night in their answers. They were kind of stern. So if you haven't read that blog yet, you might want to go see what their response was, because I think it was so right on for all of us. And Deirdre's back. I can read Kuan Yin now. Blue says, I'm feeling a bit stressed. Another doctor today. I got this with each breath I take. I am joyous love. Yes, you are, Blue, and you do have this. Remember your own words, to trust your own body. You know your body better than anybody else. And I've been saying that for years and years and years as I go up against doctors sometimes and tell them, I know what my body needs. And that's what I've been doing most of my life. I've been just listening, tuning in to what the body says and honoring that above all else. And Prachetta talking about the acts of kindness said it feels so nice. I was so low after Prachir got his reports, though he has no symptoms. A crystal healer friend said his energy in the heart is 20% less in the left vertical. I just wrote to my fairy Teri Mammon family, and I feel so much better. Beautiful. Okay, so I must have missed Leo's comments. Okay, I don't see it, but obviously Blue saw it, so okay. All right, good morning, Josie. All right, let's do Kuan Yin before Kathy Hand has to rush into work. And it is the Ivory Swan Goddess. The Ivory Swan Goddess affirms your spiritual grace and purity. The purity of your inner light never fades and cannot be tainted. Release stories of guilt, shame, judgment, or fear that you are not enough in any way, so that you may realize your divine beauty, be more of yourself, and shine your loving divine light in the world. What a beautiful message this morning. Wow. It's all about releasing, isn't it? It's about seeing ourselves the way God sees us, seeing that perfection. And when we see ourselves in that light, it will make us smile. It will make us feel acknowledged, heard, loved. And then we send that out to the world, because that's the space we'll be living in once we fully realize how loved we are and how beautiful this world is. So many times we look at what's going wrong. We look at how people are treating each other and the crimes and the hate crimes and all that's happening with the contrast. And we're like, ooh, I don't like what I'm seeing. But when we go inside and we say, okay, God, I don't like what I'm seeing, so help me to see differently. Help me to see with my spiritual eyes. Help me to see each other as pure light. Then things change, just like Kuan Yin says. The purity of your inner light never fades, and it cannot be tainted. We only are brought down in our vibration if we allow it. If we allow ourselves to go to that place that the world is hostile and the world's not a good place to be in, then we're allowing in that. But if we keep foremost in our minds that we are love, we are light, we are so supported and encouraged by our Creator, by the angels, by Divine Mother. Divine Mother is really working right now. She's working in every one of our lives. This is the year of the Divine Feminine. Michelle Landers has shared that with us. She shared that this is a 6th year. It's all about the goddess energy, acknowledging that feminine side of all of us, and just holding and nurturing each other. And when we can do that, when we can see ourselves in that way, it will change the world. It'll change the world that we see. We may not see everybody in the world doing a 360. There may be a lot of contrast still going on. I'm sure there will be. But how do you see the world? That's the important thing. What are the eyes you're looking at it with? Are you looking for what's wrong? Or are you looking to make a difference with your presence and showing up, shining that light? It's what the world needs. And we each have our part. We each have our role that we're here to play. So how are you playing your role? Are you giving? Are you loving? Are you kind? Or are you caught up in that spin that keeps going on, all that contrast? It really is up to each of us to decide how we're going to show up, how we're going to be in this world, And that's been our huge message from the angels lately, to just be. Just be yourself. Just be uniquely, authentically you, and your light will shine. It will definitely go out brightly. All right, what else we got? To Auntie Jean. When I used to volunteer before COVID, an efficiency expert asked us to tell everyone about our worst experience with a visitor to the museum. When he came to me, I said I never have had a bad experience, that all it took was a smile or a kind word, and it made everyone a friend. I was being truthful. I loved all the people from all the world. Oh my goodness, Jean, what a blessing you are to the world. And I love that that's the attitude that you took on in that volunteer role. And I'm sure you had that attitude when you were in your teacher role as well. And those kids, I can only imagine the impact that you had on their lives and how they were shaped just by knowing you and being influenced by you as a teacher. You are such a huge part of us as the family, and we look to you for guidance. So thank you. Thank you for that message, and thank you for a message of hope that yes, even when we are asked to do something like go into a bad memory or go into a bad experience and remember it, we don't have to. We can think of the good things. We can always turn to the good thoughts, always. All right, so Kathleen, good morning, Mama Hotto Bear. I just did some organizing in the Angel Mobile, and I placed Hotto Bear where he's looking out the passenger window in the back. So that if I'm driving down the road, people are going to see Hotto Bear in the window and see him sending out an energy of love. So thank you, Mama Hotto Bear, for my Hotto Bear that travels in the Angel Mobile with me everywhere. I also have decided that the bag with no name yet on the back of the car is going to be sending messages. So I bought the very first message yesterday, a sticker to place on, I don't know what the name is, but to place on the bag. And the message that it reads is, I hope something good happens to you today. So when somebody is behind me in their vehicle, that's the message they're going to receive. I hope something good happens to you today. And I want to just keep placing beautiful, inspirational messages that are going to go out into somebody's mind. Somebody will be touched by it. And we all have that choice, don't we? We all have the choice. Are we going to send out a message of love and light? Are we going to say, I hope you have a good day. I hope something good happens in your world today. Or are we sending out, get out of my way? You know, I see a lot of bumper stickers like that. I see a lot of things that are not so pleasant to read and to see coming from someone. But when we send a message of love and hope into the world, somebody's going to see that. And as much as that Angel Mobile travels, a lot of people are going to see the messages. So I want them all to be positive. I want them all to be energy that says, you are loved. And that may be one I have to find, a bumper sticker that says, you are loved. And we need a P's for peace bumper sticker. So I may just have to create that so I can have it on the back of the Angel Mobile. And Kathleen says, oh, that is amazing, Teri. He has traveled to and seen many more places than I have. He has been all across this country, Kathleen. He has been coast to coast and up and down. And now he's getting ready to go into a beautiful place here in Colorado and on into Yellowstone up in Wyoming. We are going to go see Old Faithful. And I'm so excited about that. I can't wait to have that adventure together. Okay, so I just looked at the time, and it is time for us to start sharing our prayers. I'm going to be sharing the screen and reading the names that are on our prayer list. Is quite long, but that's my instruction from the angels is to do that every Wednesday. So it's a reminder of who's on our prayer list. We can then tweak it if there's someone that you want to add to the prayer list. Then please type that into the comments. And Blue says, I leave my little house with the knowing there is someone I need to meet. Yesterday was an amazing day. Like ripples in the lake that expand, I do this with all blessings in my life that brought me to that now. Yes, you share that light everywhere you go, Blue. Thank you. Thank you for that. All right, so I'm going to pull up the prayer list. And as I said, if there are those that you want to add to the prayer list, if there's any that have experienced a miracle and they no longer need our intense prayers, then let us know that. If you want us to bring their names off the prayer list, we certainly can do it. And thank you, Deirdre. Prayers for all humans, Gaia, and world peace. Yes, yes, and yes. So let me get to this so I can share it with you all. Okay, now I can't see you. It's being a little difficult. Hang on, because it'll be worth it. Here we go. Okay. Oh, Christina, good morning, sweet one. So glad you're here. All right, so our peapod prayer list is prayers for all the P's for peace on earth, and for everyone that you have brought to us to kindly lift each other up. So let me get to where I'm at. It's really not cooperating this morning. Okay, here we go. All right. We have Prachetta with us today, and Prachetta has shared the need for us to lift Prachir up with a whole bunch of love. And we are just all wrapping our arms around Prachir, seeing him as healed, seeing whatever is going on as just a bump in the road, and lifting Prachir and Prachetta up. And Prachetta, as I told you earlier in a message to you, think positive thoughts. See him on the other side of this. This is just a bump. So just see him in perfect health. And we're all going to do that. We have prayers for Nabridi. And I think she'll be traveling back to India soon. So let's lift Nabridi up. Jasmine and her daughters, Anya and Myra, and her mom, Ronnie. Abha, Billy and Tim, Sheila and Kevin, Gary, James, Loretta and Cecil, Joanne Castillo and her family, especially Jackie and her grandson, Aaron's, Deirdre and Deirdre's daughter, Danya, and Thump, the kitty cat, who I love dearly, Deirdre's sister, Steph, and husband, Bob, Adriel, Joni, Suzanne Millard and her family, her daughters and her granddaughter, and her sister, Corrine, Marietta and Ed, and good girl, Pearl, that little miracle dog, Claude and Raquel, Leo Harley and his family, DJ Blaze, Lakshmi, Ken, Jebby, Jim and son, Ryan, Rick and Josie, Tona, Tammy Williams, Meg and Jim Lorio. Hope to see them soon as I get into Boulder. Jean and Ron Lorio and their family, and I'll be seeing our Auntie Jean in probably a couple of months. Christina and Carrie Leftwich and family, Mary Lou Burdick and her family, Catherine and Michael Kovacs and your family and your fur babies, Rosalind Good Vibes, Sally and Tony, Kathy and Bob and their family, Michael, Patty, Sonia, Paul and Marlene, Joe and his wife, Pat Moss, her daughter and grandchildren, and her sister, Becky LaFave and Travis, Erica Hoppy and her family, Corinne, Charlie Coons and his family, and his brother Raymond and wife Kathy, Hope Wellington Marshall and Zena, and Hope's parents Winston and Cynthia Campbell, Trey Horn, Andrea Gregg, Catherine, Eric, John, Tatiana, Annie Seven, her son Grayson, and Regina and Adam, Betty, Cassandra, Destiny Ortega, Luz Orsini and her grandchildren and her sister, Christine Lewis, Gail and Nick Zimmerman, Jennifer and Micah Langren, Oksana and her mom Amber, Jenna, Katia, Maximus and Max's teacher, Herb, Darlene, Catherine and Aunt Gail, Isabel and Paul Reese and their daughters, Vieta and daughter Juliana, Linda and Dick Lemieux and their sons and grandchildren, Linda's friend in Sarasota, Stacy and Josh Lord and their children and grandchildren, and her mom Karen, Mary Lord, Buster, Wayne, Blue Jean and Dave Walensky and all the fur babies, Hockey, Gruff, Whizzy Bee, Blue, Lulu, and Gizmo, and Dolly the horse, who we got a good review on yesterday, Pam and Gordy, Lindsay, Aunt Inga, who just passed, so we're going to remember her family, please. Rose Sermon, Gary McCorkle, Brookie and her family, the Girardi family, Jeanette and Ernie, Sean, Angel Fullerton, Lily Ann and her family in Norway, Kathleen Caputo, Colleen, Catherine, baby Wyatt, baby Haven, Kat, Steve, Candy, and Pastor Bruce, the Deerfield Valley in Vermont that we are all going to ascend on in October with our retreat, Alba, Dottie and Dawn, Christina Schaff, Grace Isis, and her entire family in Kenya and all their fur babies, Raymond, Darren Walker, Arthur Thompson, Karen Palmer and her family, Vicki King, Elaine Armstrong, Elena, Marianne, Henrik and Lorraine, Tammy Fisk, her daughter, and her sister Tracy. And let's add Tammy's dad onto that list with Tammy. She just found her dad, and I'm so happy for the two of them. And let's pray for a wonderful relationship there. Lori, Kelly, Rochelle, and her mom, Rose, Stephen, Catherine, Ruth Anderson and her family. I'm with her now, and what a beautiful time we're having together. Her sister-in-law, Sharon, and her brother-in-law, Charlie, is in the hospital right now. And Blue, if you're still here, if you would, please add Charlie to the grid. He's in the hospital with an infection after surgery, and very concerned about him. Jeannie and her sister Merle, and I hope to see them when I get into Boulder. The area of Boulder, Colorado, I'm going to be doing some land blessing and clearing of the energy there in Boulder when I'm there. Deb Goldberg and her family, Michelle, Crystal and Dean Nobles and their sons and dog, Laura Hill, Joanne Rice, Julia Osborne, Sharon Rhea and her family, Sherry Gatewood and her brother-in-law, Padama, Hummingbird, Tammy Hill and family, Phil B., Lynn Gallagher, Terry Wilderman and her father, Mary Crincoli and her friends, Irene and Eduardo, Eddie Quills, Jose, and Kathleen says Colleen is doing well now. Thank you. And Christina doing well at the Leftwich Manor. So happy to hear that. I'm looking forward to seeing you at our retreat. Michael Murdoch, Jessica, Fidel, Camilla and Nick, Lynn Andriozzi, Frank, Albie, Viola, Kenneth, Bobby, Monsi, Kamal, Maddie, Akil and the Pakistan orphans, Noel, Yuri, Scott, Letitia, and Kathleen says, little Freddie has completed his chemo and is doing better, but please keep praying for him. It's definitely helping. Thank you for that update. Mary, Joseph, James, Drake, Alicia Burns, Pam Dite, Betsy, Kimberly, Ellen, Sue Seekoff, and Richard, and I'll be seeing Sue soon. Terry Gilstad, the Walters family, Chiara, Marissa, Allie, Bree, Claudia, Marianne Pish and family, Cassandra and Danny Gary, Lenny, Rick Ulfick, we've had an update on him, John Thaddeus Fiore, Kuka Carney and her family, Bob Simon and Sherry Otis, Sharon Boyle and Zoe, Carol Fisher, Jay Rothman and Mary, Deborah, Violet, Walter, Brookings Aunt Jeannie, Shelley, Sue and her grandchildren, Carrie's mom, Maggie's mom, Freddie, Bradley Capone, Andy, Amanda Summer, Robert Dosa, Miles and Sarah, Debbie Carroll Hawks, who needs a kidney, Carl, Brutus the dog, Augie the dog, Chris Blake, Dante, Jerry in need of a lung transplant, Kaylee, Trevor, Richard Weber, Charlotte Abrahams, Michelle Landers and her family. And if you want to add any on there, please do so. Please let me know so that I can type them into our list and we can all be reminded that that's who we're praying for every day. And let's add Mama Gaia, of course. Every day we pray for heart healing for our Earth planet, heart healing for every inhabitant on the earth, and for peace to fall on our land. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. And that's what we were talking about earlier. Let my heart smile through my eyes, that I may scatter rich smiles into sad hearts. If we continue to do that, if we continue to hold on to hope, love, peace, and joy, we'll share that out into our world. We'll see the difference that it makes. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for your love. Thank you for lifting each other high and holding those that we care for in our hearts as we lift them up. Let's do that right now. Just take a breath in. Lift up all of these that are sent to us from our loved ones. And we ask that Source, God, Creator, look on each one individually, collectively, holding all of our P family up, holding all of our loved ones up, and sending love over the whole world for each person that walks on this earth plane to feel that love in their hearts, to know they are loved, to see the evidence of love in the world. Kuan Yin says, love is what heals. So let's send that love freely, without any agenda, without any expectation of anything in return. Let's all just send that to each other now as we go into our hearts, holding that love. And these are the words we say on the count of 3, 2, 1. Thank you. I love you. Thank you, Marietta. Up, up, up to a higher plane with love and light and joy. Absolutely. Well, I think it's time for a little bit of Leo, and then we are out of here to have a beautiful, beautiful day. Let me get to my share screen so I can share that music. Thank you all for caring about each other. Thank you for wanting your best experience.
It's time to get up and get ready, because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go, come on, come on. Come on, let's play. It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. We're on a peaceful peace, on our mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead, wherever we may be. We create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Cuppa full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we all part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can side with us, there is always no space in the pot. For more love, take a spot and get the day started. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. really is no secret. We simply
accept,
align, allow. Triple A, morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day at 8. Just start the day on a high five, we call the Triple A. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste, yo. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day at 8. Just start the day on a high five, we call the Triple A. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste, yo. Give me a Cuppa Joy, Cuppa Fulla Joy.
The doggies are a dancing. I love that. And I love you all so much. Thank you for being here this morning. Thank you for praying for each other. The family that prays together are a strong family, and we certainly are. Stay in your hearts. Stay blessed. I love you so much, and I will see you later. Namaste, y'all. Bye, everybody. Please keep me in your prayers today for travel time and for safe journeys back to or out to Boulder, and for Ruth as well, as she will be on the road with me. Thank you, everyone.